What it do? What's happening? This is your homie DJ Rico Banks, and right now we're back with another episode of Underground Reggie. This week we have the homie #Talia in the building. Talia, talk to the people and let them know what's going on.
Hey, it's your girl Talia. How y'all doing?
Everything's pretty good, man. And you just put me up on game now, so it's actually Talia instead of Talia.
Yes. Yeah, it's okay. A lot of people get it misunderstood a little bit, but it's #Talia.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. So for the people that's not up on you, Talia, man, I just want you just to bring people up to speed about everything that you've been doing. I want you to talk to them about the cover-up mixtape. Just give them a brief little understanding of how you got started within the music industry.
Well, I'm 24 years old. I've been singing like all my life, within church and things like that, events and community, school, all of that. I was always into music. And then as I got older, I tried to do different things. Like I tried to be a heat dancer. I tried to do modeling, video vixen, and I just wasn't truly happy. Mm-hmm. But for some reason, I felt at home every time I did something pertaining to like singing or even playing instruments. I used to play drums and things like that. Anything pertaining to music, I just felt more comfortable, like myself. So I knew it had to be something about, doing music that's either my calling or my purpose in life. So when I turned about 21, I decided to take vocal lessons and let me see if I could take this a little bit more seriously. Mm-hmm. And then at 22, in 2015, I believe, or 14, I decided to try out for The Voice, NBC. Mm-hmm. And I made it through, all the way through live. And then at that point in time, I knew it was a confirmation, like, okay, you got to stop playing and for real, like really sing for real. So then I got with my producer, Vic, in Atlanta, and I decided to come up with something along the lines of, I believe at the time Fab was doing the whole Summer Shootout mixtape, where he would take like originals, kind of make it his own. So I was like, let me try to do something for the R&B, because a lot of people think R&B is dead. People hear R&B and they feel like, rhythm and blues is just what sad music, like you got your heart broken. But sometimes it could also be a form of like happy music too, like
correct.
For those who are feeling down, let them listen to something that'll pick them up, and vice versa. So I did the cover mixtape. It's basically a compilation of 10 songs, 10 original songs, and I put my original lyrics to it and a twist, something for the women, something for the men, and something for everybody on there. Mm-hmm. So, yes, it's on SoundCloud, DatPiff, Live Mixtapes, My Mixtapes, Spinrilla, etc. If y'all follow me on Instagram, #Talia_, y'all can check the link in my bio, and everything is there.
So I got a question for you. All right, as far as you being a musician, like who were some of your earlier influences?
I would say Madonna. My mom used to love Madonna, playing Madonna when I was growing up. Beyonce, Whitney Houston, Toni Braxton plays a big part in my voice because she taught me to embrace my lower register. Mm-hmm. I didn't even know, like, a lot of men think that is actually sexy for women to have, like, a deep tone. Because, it brings more passion and more, like, pain to the music. So
yeah, it's more connected to us and more easier for us to feel it.
Exactly.
Yeah, because,
Brandy,
like,
a lot of people.
With us, like, we like to tap into our feelings, but more so we don't want to feel like we're being overly singy and songy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We still try to keep it a little. I guess the best way to say it, we try to keep it a little harder sounding.
Mm-hmm.
So
just be more masculine with it. Yeah.
Right, like, but I wouldn't necessarily call the lower register vocals masculine, because it's not really masculine. It's just more so, I just look at it as the way that it connects, like, just the vibration of the sound. That's just one that we just relate to a little bit more. So, you were saying, like, the Madonnas, the Brandys, and the Toni Braxtons and the people like that. So, like, what would be a few of your favorite albums?
Immaculate Collection. Who else? I think Beyonce. What was that? Oh my God, I don't remember the name of the album, but I remember all the songs on it. Dangerously in Love, Crazy in Love. Who else? Toni Braxton. I loved all her albums, honestly. And Brandy, I think it was Never Say Never. That was one of my favorites.
It's a nice little list there. So I got a question. Like I said, this is a nice little list there. I got a question for you. Okay, for the listeners that don't know, you have a lot of business experience as well and entrepreneurial experiences. Like, what were some of the things that wanted to make you jump out and get out into like the business world as being an entrepreneur early on?
Well, like I was saying earlier, how I wanted to try to get my hands in every part.
Mm-hmm.
I used to, for like a lot of gigs and photo shoots and video shoots and stuff, I used to get my makeup done a lot. And then, like, you know, after a while, people get tired. Like, if you have a gig, let's say 5 days out of the week, and you're paying $80, it takes a toll on you sometimes in your pocket. So it's like, why not just learn how to do things for yourself? That way I don't have to make appointments. I don't have to wait on anybody. I can be self-sufficient. Mm-hmm. So I started to get into the makeup industry, and then I turned that into like a side hustle. That helps stay with studio. It helps stay with any little thing that I want to put back into like my music. I'm able to pay for it now that I do makeup, and I do hair as well. I make wigs. I try to teach myself as much as I'm able to learn, honestly. So.
Oh yeah, that's most definitely a good thing. So I got a question. Which side of the business would you like more? Would you say you're more so on the artistic side as far as being a musician, or you enjoy doing your own entrepreneurial ventures as well?
I think it might be a little bit of both, because there are some days where I don't really, like some days I have like brain farts or like writer's block, and then it's like frustrating because you see the vision and you know what it is that you're trying to say, but it's hard to get it out. So I have to like take a break and probably like go into my business side. And then sometimes dealing with certain like clients and stuff like that, it could be kind of discouraging as well. So then I was like, I want to go back to my music side. So it kind of balanced me out, I would say.
Okay. I want to bounce off that question and ask another question. Right now, as far as like being musicians, a big discussion is going on about women being basically, the best way I could say, characterized as female rappers, female R&B singers, and the same thing for the male side, being male R&B singer, male rappers. How do you feel about that? Like, are you more so taken aback by being characterized as, oh, you're just like a female singer or a female artist, when in turn you're just an artist truly? Or like, how do you feel about that whole thing?
I feel like, honestly, everyone should be equal. So it should be just a singer or just a writer. I call myself an artist and an entertainer, because at the end of the day, regardless if it's a male or a female that's on that stage, people just really want to see a good show, and they want to hear and feel good music.
Right.
So it doesn't matter who's, behind the microphone. So I don't think they should really categorize or like characterize, like you were saying, a female artist or a male artist. It should just be the word artist.
Yeah, man, because it's been a real prominent discussion lately, especially like with the characterizations, because just when it comes to stats, like things like Billboard's number ones, things like that, it's just really been big as people basically like downgrading the women as far as their accomplishment compared to the males' accomplishments. When like one of the big discussions that I've been noticing is that a lot of the times, especially like when it comes to songwriting, you actually have more female songwriters that are actually better than the male songwriters. So that's one of the things that has been highly discussed as when it comes to payment and placement and things like that of like the records and residuals and stuff like that. It's been a big discussion on how that type of scale should be done.
Okay.
So like I definitely wanted to like just really just tap into your brain on that side, especially with you being like an entrepreneur and things like that. Because like with myself, with like doing my own independent things, I know that I have a tendency to look at things a certain different way, because I don't like going into situations myself where it's like, okay, I'm used to getting it done like this, or I'm used to getting it done like that. Then you're asking me to like do more of the work, but with I would say unequal compensation, because that's a lot of how it is most of the time working with the majors and things like that. It's like they still want you to do the things that you've been doing like 100% independently, but then they want you to basically take a step back but let them drive. But they want you to continue to do everything like you're doing it by yourself. But they want you, but they want to drive, and it's like a crazy thing when you really come from it from the independent standpoint.
That's true.
So it's like I definitely want to ask about that. Well, off subject, seen any good movies lately?
I didn't hear that.
I said off subject a little bit. Have you seen any good movies lately?
Movies?
Movies, yes.
No, I haven't. I really want to go see Justice League. I heard it was good.
It's really good. It's really good. Yeah, with me, I'm a big movie buff myself, man. So I definitely had to ask about that. There's a lot of good movies that's been coming out this year. Like, as well as just like with music in general. Like, this year has really been one of the better years for entertainment in general.
It really has.
Like, it's been a lot of good entertainment coming out as far as like TV, film, music, like just across the board, man. It's been definitely a good year. So I got a question for you. Going into 2018, going to the first quarter, you have any plans or any certain direction that you're working towards?
Well, yes. Now that I'm talking to because everybody's been asking for like music and stuff like that, but you want to make sure timing is right. So coming January, I'll be dropping my next single and a lot of visuals. I'm trying to work on this short film and documentary so that people can really get to know me, because I'm not a cool person, but like, you don't get to see that unless they know me. But yeah, I'm working on that. I'm also trying to work on a cosmetic line, and like I was telling you, I just really want my hands in a lot of things, because a rich person has more than 7 different sources of income. So I don't want to just be, doing something with music. I also want to cater to kids. I want to do something with like women of domestic abuse, because I know a few women who are going through stuff like that. So I want to cater to them as well. Like, I have a lot of great ideas that people just want to wait around and see.
Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely going to tell you to go for it. For the young entrepreneurs, if there are any out there listening, do you have any advice that you want to give them?
Just keep going and make sure that even though people tell you no, that yes is always coming and God is always preparing you for your opportunities. Just make sure that you're prepared.
Okay. And one last thing before we get up out of here and get ready to wrap up the interview. One last time, let the people know where they can find you at on social sites, and let them know where they can get your music.
Everything is #Talia, #HASHTAGTALIA_. That's for Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, Facebook, even MySpace, SoundCloud, my mixtape, Spinrilla, Live mixtapes, .piff. The cover-up mixtape is on all of those sites. Able to stream. Link in my bio. Everything is #Talia. Yes.
And like that, man, we signing out, man. This has been your homie DJ Rico Banks checking in with #Talia, and for another episode of Underground Reggie. We out. Peace.